Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Larry. Today we're going to talk about, is this 2008 recession 2.0? Most of us on this channel are old enough to remember what happened in 2007, 2008. I'm going to give you my take on it a little bit. I wasn't planning on doing this video. I woke up in the middle of the night and it was on my heart, so I thought, well, let me just share this with some people. In 2008, I was heavily invested in mutual funds for my retirement, and all was going well. I had a lot of shares. They were like $34 a share. Well, within a period of about a month or two, it dropped. It went from $34 a share down to $8 a share. Broke my heart. Now, did I panic? No. Did I lose money? No. You only lose money when you sell. So I didn't. I just held on to them. Now, when they went up to fast forward a couple of years, when they went back up to in the low 30s, 31, 32, that's when I sold. That's when I sold them. So I didn't make a lot of money, but I certainly didn't lose any money. Also, I was heavily invested in real estate. Well, I guess heavily is probably too strong a word. I had 4 or 5 properties at the time, and literally overnight, my properties dropped in value 20%. At the same time they were doing that, I was flipping a house. Ran into a good deal fairly close to where I live, and my guys needed some work, so I flipped this house. Well, I sold it, and within a month, if I'd have waited another month, I would have lost money on it. But I made some money on it, so I was happy. But like I said, if I'd have waited a month, everything was different in a month later. I didn't sell any of my properties. Just because they dropped in value does not mean I lost money, because I didn't sell any of them. Now, if I had sold them, I'd lost money, but I didn't sell any of them. So I held on to them. They all cash flowed well, and so I did okay there. And eventually sold them as they got close to retirement, but that's a whole nother story. Now, my contracting business, on the other hand, during the recession, everybody's hurting, right? My contracting business boomed. I mean, boomed. Because I'd worked for people that had money. A lot of real estate investors. One guy bought an old box store and converted it into a Goodwill store, and we did all the painting and drywall inside and out, and made a lot of money on that one. But he was buying single families, a lot of flippers. Once the market dropped a lot of flippers were back at it, and we did a lot of work for them. So actually, my business actually boomed during that recession. So I really didn't feel it in the pocketbook as far as the recession goes. Now let's fast forward to today. We're talking 16, 17, 18 years later. Real estate is changing drastically right now. In some parts of the country, there's whole subdivisions of new homes that are listed but not sold. There's a subdivision near me, actually, it's just about a mile away from me. They're doing really well, but what they built what's called a landominium. They look like a little duplex, 2-family house, and they're ranch, full basements, separate garages, separate driveways, but they're made for old folks. But they're really priced up high, and they can't build them fast enough. People are buying them, so it all depends on where you are, I guess. Now, also the days on the market. I like to check the market as far as the real estate market, as far as where I live, in case I ever want to sell my house, which I'm not planning on. But if I ever want to, I want to check out days on market. Days on market are drastically expanding just about everywhere. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to say, oh, they're fine around my place, and that's fine. Real estate is not a nationwide market. It's a regional market. And sometimes it's a city market. So there's certain sections of the city, everything else could be going down the toilet, and your area is booming because it's a highly desirable area. I'm personal friends with 2 mortgage brokers, and they're literally dying on the vine. The new buyers have stopped buying. And not everybody, but the flow of new customers for them has really dropped drastically, and they're hurting. I also know a lot of real estate agents. It's funny, 21, 22, 23, they were posting on Facebook, yeah, we sold this one, listed that one, blah, blah, blah. And now it's like Crickets. Crickets. Very few people buying or selling. Now, your top agents are still making some really good money. Uh, I read a stat the other day, 10% of the real estate agents in this country sell 90% of the properties. Let that sink in a minute. So there's a lot of people that are doing well, but there's most of them, a lot of them have gotten out of the market, uh, and that's okay. We got to do what we got to do. New car sales are down. New car sales are down. Don't know what to tell you about that one, but repos are up. And that tells volume. That speaks volume as far as what the economy is doing. Now, what is all these things? I know I'm not a financial wizard by any stretch, and I'm really not involved in any of these markets as far as new homes, new cars, or resale of homes, older homes. But it does affect us all. It will affect you if you're planning on buying a new car. It will affect you if you're planning on buying a new house. It will affect you if you're trying to sell your house. It will affect us in some way or another. It will affect you if you're invested in the stock market, which I am not. I buy a few pieces of silver here and there. I started buying it when it was like $18 a share, and now it's up to $37, $38 a share, and I'm good with that. I don't plan on spending. It's just kind of a little bit of a hedge against inflation. Not a big one, but a little bit. But what we have to think about now is this recession is hitting. In my opinion, we've been in a recession for about 2 or 3 years. Now the government has raised the bar on that. They say we're not in a recession, but anybody who lives day to day and goes to the grocery store knows that we're in a recession. So anyway, that's my take on it. You have to figure out what your best plan of attack is, and go from there. And maybe your plan of attack is to do nothing. I know that's my plan. I'm going to take care of me and mine, and be as frugal as I can, and save a dollar here or there where I can, and that's what I'm going to do, because the other markets really don't affect me that much. That's all I've got for now. Until we meet again, I'm going to press on towards that goal.